What's going on, guys? This is Patty Sky, the price action queen. Today, we're gonna get into the 4 necessities for success in day trading. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna get into the 4 necessities to success in day trading, but I'm gonna start with number 1, and that is hard work and consistency. I like to compare being a day trader to being an athlete. You're judged by your daily performance, and no one can really tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. You know your performance level and if you're doing what you need to do day in and day out to be successful. So when I say you need to work hard and be consistent, what I mean is each and every day, you need to have some sort of routine and you need to make sure that you come to your trade desk with a plan. You need to work consistently and productively, and you need to constantly ask yourself questions and be able to react very quickly. You need to know if the buyers or sellers are in control. You need to know where the price is and how much volume is coming in. You need to be able to read the tape. You need to be able to process all of this and make a very fast decision on if you should enter or exit. These are some of the things that you need to notice and make note of before you enter a trade. And each and every single time, you need to have all of this information gathered before you actually execute. This is what I mean by hard work. Being able to get all of your information together and create some sort of plan so then you can move forward. A lot of people enter the market with no trade plan and then they wonder why they lose money. What I mean by consistency is showing up every single day. Even days that there are no high probability trades present in the market, it's still important to show up. Not every single day is going to have a great profitable trade. Some days I make $5 and some days I lose money. It's about showing up. You should show up whether you're paper trading or whether you're trading with real money, day in and day out, no matter if you're going to trade or not. One way that I stay consistent, I chart every single Sunday and I come up with some sort of game plan for potential trades for the week. I'm looking at where this stock is sitting, what happened last week. I'm charting my support and resistance lines. I'm seeing what could possibly happen. And then every single morning I show up and I'm resetting my lines. I'm looking to see if there's any news. This is what I mean. If you show up and you do this every day, you will start to see progress and success in your trading. Every now and then, you're going to have a streak of losing trades as well. And it's still important to stay consistent and work hard during these times as well. Just because you take some losses doesn't mean that you should get off of your game. Your losses are more important than your winning trades. And number 2, patience. Patience is crucial. Day trading involves an extreme amount of patience if you're going to be successful. You have to watch the screen and watch some more. And sometimes you just don't see a profitable play. This is okay, and this is part of the job. This is something that you have to understand, and this is something that a lot of people fail at. People get frustrated, and they rush into a trade, and then they lose money, and they do this again and again and again. You wouldn't believe the amount of people that go into the market with very little patience and just throw all of their money away. This is something that you have to really keep in mind, and patience also takes practice. Patience does take hard work, and you have to be consistent and in the right mindset to keep performing at this level. You wouldn't believe how many people go into the market with very little patience. If you show up to the market with no patience, you will lose money. Successful traders are patient. It takes an extreme amount of patience to sit, watch a stock, and let the play come to you, but this is what it takes to be successful. What you don't want to do is chase a stock. Chasing a stock will drive you crazy, and this is something you should not do. A successful trader will not be desperate for a trade. You have to let the trade come to you, and you have to really remember to stay patient. And number 3, discipline. To be a successful trader, you need to be disciplined. What I mean by this is that trading itself is actually not the hard part. Once you understand how to chart, understand trading principles and strategies, that's not the hard part. The hard part is actually having self-control and discipline. The hard part is sticking to your plan. The hard part is having patience and not running or chasing after a stock, but letting the stock come to you. It's a lot harder than it may seem, but this is the reason that more than 90% of traders fail. You have no chance to make money as a trader if you don't have any discipline in the market. Doesn't matter what your strategy is, how much money you have, no matter what style, no matter what strategy, no matter how much money you have, it just won't happen. What a lot of beginner traders do is they go out and they fail. That's not what I meant to say. A lot of beginner traders who end up losing money in the markets often get frustrated. They try and subscribe to some chat rooms and they're not understanding what their actual issue is. They don't realize that sorry about the lights. They don't realize that they need to be consistent, they need to show up every single day, they need to practice their charting. Throwing money at the markets isn't going to make you money. It'll just suck up all your money and hopefully you don't get into too much trouble by that. The main cause of their failure is the lack of self-discipline and following their setup. Another thing is their patience. Being impulsive and having sloppy risk management is only going to get you burned in the markets. Hard work and consistency, patience and discipline. Practice this, master this, and you will get a lot further. Discipline means you execute your plan. Discipline means if you have a certain strategy that you know has a high success rate, that you follow that strategy and you don't go outside of that. If you have a stop loss set at a certain price level, then you make sure you honor that stop loss. When we go outside of our strategies and our certain setups, this is usually when we see failure. When I stick to my plan in trading, those are usually my best and most stress-free trades. Every time I try to go outside of my plan or go outside of what I'm really actually good at and what I usually see success with, I end up losing money or I'm just extremely stressed in a trade. This is not how you build consistency and this is not how you're profitable in the long run. You want to have discipline and make sure that you practice every single day, sticking to your trades. Another thing that a disciplined trader does is they admit and they realize when they're wrong and they keep on moving. If you're stubborn with the markets will humble you. There is no reason to be upset or have an ego while you're in the market. If you're wrong, exit your position and take a step back. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The wrong thing to do is to revenge trade. Oh, I'm wrong, let me add more to my position to try and size down, even though I know the trade isn't going in my favor. This is one of the most common things all traders do at many different levels. This is something we want to avoid. When people ask me, how do you practice discipline? One thing I always say is to try and develop discipline and healthy habits outside of trading and watch them spill into your trading. You can't show up to the markets and have this different persona if you don't have discipline in your everyday life in general. So make sure you're incorporating this into all parts of your life, and I promise trading will get a little bit easier. And number 4 is reflection and review. Reflecting and reviewing all of your trades, how you felt that day when you entered the market, where you went wrong, where you went right. This is the only way that you're going to progress, or is progress a word? Don't look at me like that. Reflecting on all of this is the only way that you're going to see progress. If you don't take the time to step back a little bit and just reflect on what happened, how can you improve, what actually worked, and how can you stay consistent with this? The best athletes and teams watch films of themselves to see what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. This is a great idea and something that you can incorporate into your trading to help you get better as well. This is definitely a reason that I've been able to see success because this is something I've been practicing from the very beginning of my trading. Each and every week, I go over my trades and I see what did I do wrong, what did I do right, how can I keep doing this right and possibly make a little bit more. Keeping records of your trades is going to make you a successful trader if you actually stay consistent with doing it. Some of the most successful traders have very long spreadsheets and diaries of all of their trades. This is how they've been able to This is how they've been able to improve and become better traders. Believe it or not, there's a large percentage of people who don't review any of their trades. They have no idea what they're doing wrong, and they've been trading for months mindlessly. I have lots of people come to me and say, I just feel that every time I enter a trade, it goes against me. There are many successful traders all around the world in different countries, trading different strategies, and there's one thing that they all have in common. They all have patience, they all practice discipline, and they all reflect and review their trades, constantly trying to improve. This is key, and these are the steps that you guys should be taking if you want to be successful in the stock market. And the last thing that I'd like to say is to make sure that you also reflect and review on your daily habits. Make sure you have your routines in place, see how much sleep you're getting, review these things, and see how you can improve. This is going to 100% make you a better trader. If you have a plan and you have a schedule and you have a routine each and every day, this is going to fall into your trading. You're going to make sure that you do certain things and that you avoid certain things, like chasing stocks. Yes, this was a short video, and yes, I didn't go over how much money I made this week, but I think that these things are extremely important, that they were definitely worth going over. I get so many questions day in and day out regarding these topics, so I wanted to do a video for you guys explaining the 4 necessities to success in trading. So that is it for today. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't watch my last video, you can watch it right here. Also, if you didn't, subscribe to my channel. Also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is @PriceActionQueen. I post tips, tricks, and I'm really funny. So see you guys next week.